Are you wondering how Austin's housing prices compare to the rest of Texas's major markets? We now have housing market stats through June 2021. So it's the perfect time to look at a year that has been anything but normal. Hell, I don't even know what that means anymore. So here's a quick update across the state of Texas and just a few thoughts. So to start, Austin is not the only metro in the midst of what the mainstream media is calling a housing frenzy. Prices are going up across the entire state of Texas. So between Q2 of 2020 and Q2 of 2021, according to the data from the Texas Realtors, what we know is statewide, our home prices have gone up a little over 19%. And when we look at our four largest metros, we know that the housing prices have risen at least 15% year over year. So what does that mean? Statewide, our median home prices are $300,000, give or take, and nearly a third of the homes in Texas actually sold between $200,000 and $299,000 over the course of a year, which is mind-boggling to me. In particular, right now, our median housing prices in Austin are $470,000 plus. When we look at Dallas, we're closer to $349,000. In Houston, we're about $301,000. And in San Antonio, we're at about $280,000 as the median home prices. So in the Austin metro, with our median house price being $482,000, 364 in June, that is a new record for us, according to the Austin Board of Realtors. So, folks, home prices have been rising in Texas for years, anywhere between 4 to 10% increase since 2012. And that is according to our Texas Realtor chairman, Marvin Jolly. So pre-pandemic, remember those days? In early 2020, demand was really high and inventory was already low. So what about the Austin housing prices today, you say? Well, guess what? Austin is wearing the crown because we have both the highest median home price and the largest house increase year over year. Well, how much have those house prices gone up in a year? Again, according to Texas Realtors, when we look at our four key market percentages, the increase basically breaks down with Austin prices increasing 42%, Dallas increasing 22%, Houston at 18%, and San Antonio at 15%. Net, our Texas statewide prices have gone up 19%. So is that relevant? Not really, because you're really only going to live in a particular city. So those are our top four cities. And that leads to the question, why has Austin seen such a boom? And it's really three fundamental things when you think about it. And probably no surprise to you. Number one is job growth. Number two is housing affordability. And number three, of course, are interest rates, which of course are impacting everyone everywhere at this point. So while locals are used to lower price points in Austin, and they may find the Austin market more challenging than in past, we continue to experience this unique kind of job growth between corporate relocations and companies bringing employees to our city. Now more than ever, workers are relocating by choice, post-pandemic, many people continue to work from anywhere and quite frankly, not tied to a commute. So when we look at the lifestyle factors, Austin is a bit of a unicorn in Texas. Price is not the only metric showing the strain on the Texas real estate market. Our active listings across the state were down by more than 42% year over year. And so what that means is that almost 49,000 homes were on the market in Q2 of 2021. So our statewide housing inventory is sitting at 1.4 months. And last year at this time, it was just a little more than double at 2.9 months of inventory at this time. So what that means is that if no other houses were listed for sale today and all of the homes that are currently for sale were sold, we would literally be out of homes to sell in 1.4 months. So things are moving quickly and there are not a lot of homes, like I said, to choose from as we're looking at the market today. So, in fact, in Q2, the Austin metro area inventory was at 0.6 months, which is crazy when you think about it. And Dallas, is more than double that. So looking at Houston had 1.6 months of inventory and San Antonio had 1.3 months of inventory in Q2. So as a frame of reference, we as realtors like to see 6 months or so of housing inventory available on the market for our buyers. So why live in Austin, Texas? When we look at our 4 top markets of Dallas, San Antonio, Houston, and Austin, Austin has an incredible outdoor lifestyle. We have hill country, we have lakes, we have so many things going on. We have arts. Our art scene is great. And of course, from a business perspective, we have booming technology and hospitality industries. So take that and add the fact that this is a vibrant foodie town, and it is a great recipe for living in Austin. People who are considering Dallas, Houston, and San Antonio really weigh what the Austin market has become. I mean, folks, we have more traffic than we did 5 years ago. We have property taxes that vary across our metro. And guess what? Name any growing world-class city that doesn't have infrastructure that is being pushed and pulled and prodded into the future. So the fact that you can still buy a whole house for under $500,000, I've spent more than 35 years of my life in the Northeast, and I can tell you that when Canadians, people living in snow belts, California, or quite frankly, any more expensive city in general, look at our housing prices and how far their dollar goes here in Austin, Texas. And I only see the trend continuing. We are, in fact, on track to set more records in 2021 as housing prices continue to increase and available inventory remains at record lows. And that includes both homes that currently exist, as well as those homes that are being built as quickly as possible by builders who have had issues with getting product, even getting product across the United States right now from other countries has really held things up and put a big crunch, if you will, on how quickly our builders can build. So If you want to see a chart of all the numbers that I've spoken about today, what I'll do is I'll actually include a link to the Austin Business Journal article that I've sourced, so you can just see the numbers in black and white and comparisons of all of the cities of our top 4 metros. And take a look and feel free to ask me any questions if you have them at all. I'll be here for you. My name is Jennifer Goodman, and I am a realtor here in Austin, Texas. If you're considering moving to Austin or within Austin, I'd be honored to help you out. And if you're considering moving anywhere else in the great state of Texas or beyond, I will connect you with exceptional real estate professionals that I've personally vetted literally across the globe. So please let me know how I can help you with your real estate journey. As I always say, it's never about 4 walls, and your agent matters. So let's connect. Thanks for tuning in, and I will catch you next time.